And more Wayne Pioneer basketball after an unbelievable season, one that they've literally been waiting on for a century to get to this moment, to get to the state tournament for the first time in program history. Now the standard is set. The bar is here. The goal has been reached, and now they can crank that bar up even higher. Coach Sean Meddings joins us now. He's a big reason for it. This program is in the best place it's ever been because of this group, because of previous groups in your tenure that have helped lay that foundation. I know it was a tough afternoon against Wheeling Central Catholic, but when you look back at this thing, man, I know you wanted to win today, but holy crap, Wayne has arrived. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, it has. And I apologize about my voice. It's kind of gone from screaming a little bit.
You've been coaching, man.
I've been coaching. But, you know, these kids, they've worked so hard. You know, they've pushed themselves. You know, we've been in the weight room since, 1st of May last year, 4 days a week, And I told them, after the game, I said, guys, May 1st, we're going to be back in it 4 days a week, and they've all bought into it. I must be a great car salesman because I have, anywhere between 12 to 15 kids every time in the weight room.
They're buying what you're selling is what
they're
you're saying.
buying what I'm selling, but, but when you start to win, they buy in just a little bit more, When they can go out and play in front of a community like we've got, they buy in a little bit more. So, we're going to hit the weight room again. Maybe we can just a little bit more. Maybe it'll get us to that next game.
Yeah. How do you get them to buy into a dream like that? Because until now, it was only that. Now we've tangibly seen it. Some of your kids now have played in it and have experienced it. But before that, you're selling them something that no one at Wayne had ever experienced before.
Well, it started with, just setting a standard of discipline. People tell me all the time, say, Sean, you're an old school coach. I mean, listen, I'll get up in you. If you don't do what I ask you to do, I'm going to get up in you. But to believe it or not, kids love that. They want to be coached. If they didn't want to be coached, they wouldn't try out. They wouldn't show up every single day. So, last year's team, my son Isaac, when he was a freshman, the work ethic that he showed, and Ronnie Staley and Peyton Markham and Cooper Atkins, and a year before that, Zane Atkins, they showed up, So, and I've only got, 2 or 3 football players. I have 0 baseball players. We're all basketball, 24/7 basketball. So, we're just going to keep pushing it. Maybe our 8th graders that comes up, I'm hoping that they buy into it, because our middle school will be right there with us in the weight room. So maybe they'll buy into it too, and maybe we can build upon it.
Yeah. Maybe it's hard to sense it while you're in it because you're just trying to win games. You're coaching out there. You're going to practice. You're at the weight room with these guys, and you're working hard. But do you sense a little bit of I don't want to say a culture shift because Wayne can still be good at football and baseball like they always have. But now basketball has arrived, and it's here, and we can do all three. And
Absolutely,
we're talking the girls
we can.
and the girls level too. We can do all three. Do you sense that as the head coach, a little bit of a shift?
I do. I'll be honest with you. I sensed it about 2 or 3 years ago. So, and, nothing against any other of the coaches at Wayne High School or nothing. But we've brought the enthusiasm. The enthusiasm is there. So we're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep pushing it. We're going to have stuff to get the youth involved and all this stuff at the Wayne Community Center and all that. We're going to try to have a nice little spring league for the younger kids and all that, and let the players coach and just get them involved. Keep them in with the basketball program. Yeah. That's what we're striving for.
I know you have a lot of young guys coming back, and you want them to remain hungry because there's still a lot left to be accomplished. This isn't the end. This is the beginning of what could
Absolutely.
be a wild basketball program at Wayne. But do you think your guys have any idea the magnitude of what they accomplished this year?
No, not yet.
When will they know?
When we start back in the weight room 4 days a week, I'm going to start preaching on it. That's how we build this, as a coach, with your program. Don't ever let them forget what they've done. How this community has supported. Always bring it up. Your community is always behind you. Look what you've done. You 1 game away from the state championship.
Yeah.
So we're just going to keep building it, keep building it, keep building it. hopefully we'll be cutting down the nets one day.
Yeah. You'd like to think that's in the future, huh?
I hope so.
And it could be with this group that you have coming back. It could be with a group that includes some little kids out there that watch
Well,
this.
I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I've got a 9th grade son that's pretty daggone good. He just tore his ACL the 5th practice, so he couldn't play. So we've got another Ike Meddings that can absolutely shoot the lights out of it. But, you know, he'll be a sophomore next season, so watch out for him.
Yeah. It's been an awesome conversation. Before I let you go, I just want to give you the opportunity once again to thank the Wayne community, because they always show out, man. And it's so important for those kids to see people that are invested in what they're doing.
Yeah. I mean, they've been absolutely wonderful. And, you know, it's just not for basketball. They do it for every single sport. And I love them. You know, I wasn't born and raised in Wayne. You know, I'm a Tulsa High School grad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of a bit of a rivalry there. But I'm going to tell you something. This is my community. Mm-hmm. You know, they've accepted me. And I'll do anything in the world for any of them. You know, and I just appreciate them.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you hopping on here with us to talk
Thank
about
you,
it.
sir.
Keep up the great work, brother.
Thank you.
That was Wayne head coach Sean Meddings. A bright future for the Wayne basketball program, and, of course, this season one that folks will never forget. Hey, we'll have more post-game coverage coming up.